TheorySabers.com.
So I didn't get a chance to check out your recent video, but I saw was Vader pushed back a little bit? What's going on there?
No,
Oh
no,
no.
no, it's still
Okay,
happening.
shoot.
No, it's still happening. I had shitty teams years ago, and so it was supposed to be out sooner, but the teams just kind of gave me the runaround. I lost well over six figures, and I lost a lot of time. It's disheartening and it's frustrating and annoying, but I take all of that and I learn from it so I can make the best fan film possible for us. So if there's one thing you guys can take away from me is that I don't stop. If there's like a hurdle or something, I just figure out, okay, how do we get around it? And so it's going to be made and it's on track. And now we have an amazing team since last January. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I think the world's going to be very surprised that this is a fan film and this was created by, a very small team of just passionate people, all not for profit as well.
The trailer's insane looking. Like it's like the most elevated. I don't even know how to put it, but it looks crazy. I can't imagine what the duels look like. I'll just say that. I can't imagine what if we just have one ship. I can't imagine what what it's gonna seem like to watch Vader run through a group of Jedi.
We're maxing out everything, so visuals, but then also animation. And you can lose a lot of the escape when you're watching an animated thing because it just doesn't look real or how they move. But we're getting everything so unbelievably uncanny to how humans actually move and how cloths move when the human moves, and armor moves and the sounds, and everything is gonna. You're going to be like, what the? How is this made? How'd you make this? Like this should be like a $50 million, $100 million project. How'd you do it for one? That's just the power of fandom, the power of passion. You guys will see.
So is the goal, you think, when you set out to do it, to create something that looked realistic in terms of like if it was actually filmed, or did you try to make your own style when you were animating it? Because like animated projects, or I don't even know if you want to use that term for Vader 2, but a lot of them have their own stylistic flair to it. Right. Is there any part of that
no, we want it to be photoreal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, photorealistic.
Which in itself is its own style.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, if you look at here, let me try to bring it up here. But yeah, if you look at kind of like how it actually looks, then, and mind you, this is not the final product, and this is lost quality just from uploading, but then exporting to 4K. But you get the idea. It's supposed to look as if it was done by like a major studio.
The sound design is very impressive.
Oh no, this sound was just put together in like a few hours.
Really?
This is just a temp. I was just like, this is just something that we're just showing, like what it will kind of
what's
look
possible.
Like. Yeah, but it'll look so much better because I've never actually shown anything before to anybody. So it's just pictures and stuff. So now people have a bit of an idea what it's going to be. And so, yeah.
Money. That's the money shot. That's so cool. That reminds me so much of the Force Awakens shot with the troopers being dropped down.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So is that the 501st?
I think fans will love it.
Is that the 501st? Is that Vader's fist?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because at the end of the first one, he says, "Bring in the boys in blue." So bring in the 501st. So now we're seeing that they're flying in, and the war is about to begin. So this one will follow a lot of the clones. So if there's a lot of clone fans here, then you guys will see a lot of a lot of it will be point of view of probably half of the film will be point of view. Half of this episode will be a lot of the clones. Of course, Vader's in it too, but it's going to be a ton of their journey through the catacombs and what they find and who they come across. And it won't be Mace Windu at first, so we'll just say that.
I like that. I like that decision narratively, because with Vader, you don't really have that fear of anything because he is fear. So when you follow the clone trooper, you sort of, have an attachment to the fragility of these characters.
Yeah.
Dude, are we gonna get some clones get like messed up, dude? What?
I mean, you have 15 Jedi that will have to fight Vader at the same time. So, what happens to the clones? How did they get taken out, or did they get taken out, or did Vader order them to leave, or what's going on?
Yeah, I can't wait. I like the idea of clones moving through catacombs, like sectioning off areas looking for Jedi, and
Yeah, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see clones. You're gonna see the 501st working like SEAL Team 6 when they're going through the catacombs and it's all dark and quiet, and they're turning on their thermal scanners and they're seeing like footprints, and then they hear something, and then they're turning corners, and then there's nothing there, and then it switches. Next scene, you're following Vader, and then it switches back, and it's intense. It's really intense the whole time. The whole time you're on the edge of your seat, because I don't give the audience a moment to breathe. When there's a cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger on each scene that we swipe to, and each new scene continues the stories of Vader, the clones, and whoever else that we bring in there. So it's going to be an absolute treat for people. Like, people are going to be setting up freaking popcorn and bringing friends over. It's going to be a spectacle. And then the third one will be, you'll be seeing Vader in a way that you've never ever seen him before, where it's, this is Anakin 8 months after Revenge of the Sith, and he's still Anakin, but he's also Vader, and he's trying to kind of break that bridge, but at the same time it's so difficult, because if there's a chance of bringing Padme back, and what is he going to be like when he has to fight 10 15 Jedi at the very same time in the catacombs of Padme's tomb, and Mace Windu comes in there as well, and Vader wants to know how Mace survived. That's all he cares about. Mace wants to know where are the surviving Jedi from Order 66, because they've heard wind that the Jedi, or some of them, are being taken and they're running tests on them, or they're doing things to them. And so they each want information from one another, and so it's far beyond just a simple battle where they're going to be fighting and blah blah blah. That's cool, it's easy, but where's the story element to this? How does Vader not get broken down when it's just him and Mace, and it's thunder crackling in the sky, and there's just fire and brimstone and ash around them, and it looks like kind of like a stone Mustafar, and you're really getting both characters breaking into each other's souls while beating the shit out of each other and using force powers and lightsaber hits, and punching each other in the face, and just getting super intense to the point where Vader's armor is breaking down, his soul's breaking down, Mace Windu's resolve is getting stronger, and then and his soul is just destroyed because of all the Jedi that have been killed. And Vader, he taunts and he says what he needs to say to bring out that anger within all of the Jedi, and some of them crack, and some of them have to reel the other ones in. And how is he going to handle it when Mace shows up and starts to taunt Vader and talk about his dead mom, and talk about his dead wife, and how he betrayed everyone, and how everything is his fault, and what's going to happen?
the world's most violent therapy session.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
That is cool.
It's gonna be
I
wild.
I do love the idea of Vader and Mace facing off because of what Mace Windu represents. He doesn't just represent,
Yeah.
the Jedi. He represents the Jedi that stood in the way of everything Anakin thought he wanted.
Yeah.
He is that person.
Yeah.
Which in Legends, I think it's interesting that, they did a lot of heavy lifting where Mace Windu is one of the Jedi that wants Anakin to be trained. I always thought that added a layer of complexity to Mace that I felt sometimes was lacking.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that, he's in favor that maybe he's the chosen one, but I'm not going to give him an easy time.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
yeah.